What you're about to see is going to change everything. After this, it's never going to be the same again. Let me explain. If you learn how to work with super advanced formulas, like Control-Shift-Enter formulas, array formulas, like this one or this one, you're going to be titled the formula expert in your company. Now, let's be honest, not many people like to spend time to write this from scratch, or even bother to look for a file that included this formula. Well, it's time consuming. But here's the problem. They need it for their work. That's why these two videos are popular videos on my channel, even though they include these crazy formulas. But after this event, it's Microsoft Ignite 2018, everything changed. Dynamic arrays were introduced. Now here's the thing. This isn't just a bunch of new formulas that were added to Excel. This is a change in Excel's calculation engine. It makes everything easier. Also the way existing formulas work. Now I want to show you something. I'm going to take these two videos, their total time is over 30 minutes, and I'm going to bring up the timer. I'm going to solve for these both videos using dynamic arrays. Just to give you some context. Here I have a list for division. You can see the names are not grouped together, they're scattered, and in front of it I have the app that belongs to the division. Now what I did was to first create a unique dropdown for division. So this has a list of 3 names, and in front of it is a dependent dropdown list. So these are the apps that belong to the game division. What you see down here is the data preparation table to get these to work. This gives us a unique list. This gives us the app for the divisions. But check out this formula. It's crazy. It even goes to the next line. And what's also crazy is the offset formula that I have in here. Let's just take a quick look at that. Under data validation, check this out. Now I created this to make sure my app list stops at the end of the last app. So it doesn't give me any empty cells in there. No wonder this took me so long to do. Just a note here that at the time I'm filming this, dynamic arrays aren't available for the general public. They will be available in the future. When? It's not defined yet. So now let's go and do this the dynamic array way. Bring up the timer, start now. I'm still going to create a data preparation table, and I'm going to use one of the new dynamic array formulas. It's called the unique function. It requires an array argument. Notice the next 2 arguments are optional, so I'm not even going to bother with them. I'm going to close the bracket, press enter. Now watch this. The formula spills into the next cells. I didn't need to do Control-Shift-Enter, just enter. Now what's even more exciting is to create a drop-down list. Let's go back to data validation, select list. But for source, I'm not going to highlight this because my array might end up expanding. I want to reference the entire spilled array, and there is a new syntax for that. Right after the cell reference, you put the hashtag sign. This means you're referencing the entire array. So watch this. It has them all in there. Now, you're probably asking, what happens if I add something new to this? Will it update? I formatted this as an Excel table, so yes, it will update. And if you don't have an Excel table, you just might want to take extra cells into your unique formula, and it's going to take them into account once they get filled. Let's just add something here. The new division shows up here, and it shows up right here. Let's do the more difficult part. That was the dependent drop-down list. I'm going to use another new dynamic array function called the filter function. It's actually filtering in the formula. No need to manually refresh a filter, it's dynamic. What do I want filtered? I want this one filtered. What's the parameter it should filter on? Well, it should filter if the division equals this cell. Close the bracket and press enter. And that's that. Let's create our second dropdown. Go back to data validation, list. What was the reference for the spill? Hashtag. We have our dynamic dropdown. Let's switch this to new. Check this out. Our list is restricted to the members of the new division. Stop the timer. Wait a minute, what about getting this sorted? In traditional Excel, this was super difficult to do. Not anymore. All I have to do is use the new dynamic array sort formula. This is my array. I can define the sort index, sort order, by which column I want to sort. All of those are optional. I'm going to go with the default. Sorts it perfectly well. I'm going to do the same to my filter function here. That's sorted too. So check this out. I have game, new, productivity, and utility. I get the new fields in here alphabetically sorted. Let's compare these two formulas. Isn't that crazy? A lot of you left nice comments under those long videos, and here are some that also tell the truth. Not easy to digest. It's really hard. I find it too complicated. Yes, it is complicated. And here's another one, very useful. I would have thought Excel would have something like this already, since it's likely to be used quite often. Now, isn't that great that we're finally going to get it built in? Everyone who uses Excel for data analysis is going to have it easier, because it's not just these formulas, it's thousands of formula combinations that are going to make difficult tasks super simple. A big thanks to the Microsoft Excel team for bringing this to us. If you're excited about this, and you must be if you're still watching until now, comment below, let me know what you think.